Art, Massachusetts College of Art. It's kind of a great, really cheap school. It was great. It's a good way to start one's kind of career. I tell my students, go to art school. I lived at home. I was a baby, you know, until I was 21. I just, you know, but I went in college, and it was a good beginning for me. So this was a birthday painting, and it's got the petroglyphs that I love in the caves, because imagine the people here on this land knew of our problems and our challenges now, and they left us stories for how to get through it. They left us these stories, and you can tell because when you go to see them, they jump out and see you. The ways of this land. And here's my teepee. I went on a vision quest when I was young. It took 6 years because I didn't know for 4 years I was on a vision quest. I'm so old that we didn't have these ways. I mean, we never heard of organic. We never heard of brown rice. We never heard of yoga. I had to talk to Tina Turner about meditation. You know what I mean? We didn't know these things that are common knowledge to everybody. It was like brand new to us. So I was on a vision quest. This is my second. And the one I went when I was 52, a woman named Ion Babcock. Badcock. Good name given by government people to an Indian person. Badcock. And she said to me, girl, among your people, when do you go on the hill for the second time? Because among the Lakota, we go at age 52. Well, I was age 51. That's your 52nd year, isn't it? Yeah. You know, you're in your first year, 0 to 1. So as soon as she said that, I was like, you know, going on the hill. You have to make 660 tobacco ties praying and, you know, all this. And then they made a place for me on the land and supported my vision quest. And more of the petroglyphs. And this is one of my students here. I teach art at the Dr. King School in the lower 9th Ward. And the way you want to do what you want, bring your own money. So I came from Berkeley. I'd sold my house. I brought my own money. So they let me do it. You want to come in here and have an art program and pay your people and make a film? Fine. Because I was paying for it. It's pretty straightforward and easy. But it's a good recommendation. You know, you want to do something, you pay for it. So these are my students from the Dr. King School with their art. And they love their art. Just like in kindergarten, we all love our art. Well, my students go to college, they love their art. And the geometries. Because when I went on my first vision quest, I went looking for places of non-violence. Because Dr. King had just been shot. That's how old I am.
Did you find it?
Huh?
Do they have a place non-violent?
Yeah.
Where?
Tibet.
Where?
Bali. And the tribal people that don't have any boundaries. I rode with them. The Kutchis. You know, they don't kind of have any government. They carry their own inside themselves. So they taught me. I would arrive saying, hey, I'm a teacher from California, the place where we teach, you know, kill our heroes. They'd be like, They'd never seen a newspaper. They'd never seen anything. How did they know? How did they know our stories? You know, talk about the internet, and we really have the internet on this planet. You know, and it's kind of maybe it's before anybody over 40. You know, we have our own internet. And so I have a new poem. And this was what I did for my month when I'd work in the school, so I have a month off. And I pretend like I'm paid, I'm not. But most teachers should be paid, and you know, I act like I'm paid. I take the month off. We are crowning now here in New Orleans, and we either need the oil or the cut of the knife to make this birth. Nicholas asks how do we forgive? It's the forgiveness that opens me and opens you. How do we forgive when they are personally hurting people? People like me and people like you. And suddenly I know in my body, not in my mind. Forgiveness has a template, a design that we can trace to animate, trace the feeling in our body. Take the unforgivable, take it through our bodies. I've been remembering this. Our bodies are our next frontier. Until Nicholas asked, how do we forgive? I didn't know that I knew. I knew in that epistemological way, that intimate way inside of myself. I've been working on this forgiveness, and I've been working it. When I felt it in my body, I felt how my body, our bodies, are hooked up to reframe these events, to make them right. We do this with drumming. First the left hand, then the right. I've been working on this forgiveness. When he asked the question, it called up my answer. My answer for me, it's an inside job. I felt it in my body. How we're hooked up, how we can reframe within our bodies. The template looks like a crop circle. And maybe it comes from the same place. It came upon me like the crop circles come upon the fields. Laurence says the movement to chaos is our signal to stop and be still. The drum beat brings the order, drumming with the spoken word, speaking of the issue, speaking of the hurt, telling and reweaving and reframing. Saying the words, our blues. We are the vessels for alchemical change. We can take the poisons and make them into medicine. We are the peacocks.
Very nice.
Did you know that the peacocks eat the poisonous insects and plants?
No.
And turn them into medicine? Look at their medicine, their colors.
Mm-hmm.
We're the peacocks.